Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the South Florida Bulls, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And it'll be tackled right at the... Job by the coverage team. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Breaking ankles with the spin move. Go get him, but he put the spin cycle on that defender. Wow.
Well, nice first down here by this running back, and what he's doing today makes me reflect on some of the great backs that they've had over the years in Gainesville. Emmitt Smith, arguably one of the best backs, if not the best back in the history of the game. Damian Pierce more recently, but even guys like Eric Rhett and Fred Taylor just really
breaks clear, end zone ahead. Inside the 20. Finally brought down to the 12. An explosive play puts him in great scoring position.
Yeah, now that is a running back's dream. I don't think the guy got touched until he got taken to the ground. It's just excellent blocking. There's nobody he had to make miss or use his stiff arm. Just a lot of open field.
And the Gators looking to take advantage of the red zone trip here. Powers through. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
The Gators looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And they'll get him down that time.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a quarterback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play in support.
Single back, takes the handoff. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. We come out into playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Looking downfield. It's Brown. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Well executed. He finds space and gets the 1st down yardage. The Bulls will crank up the tempo.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Second down after that run on the previous play. The linebacker shifting around now. They're going to run the option. He'll pitch it. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. But only a 1-yard gain, so it's 3rd and 9 coming up.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
On the run here, lets it go. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down. A bit too far away to trust a field goal attempt. The offense on the field on 4th down. Looking to throw again. Defense is coming after him. That's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on 4th down.
I really thought that this was going to work out. Showing an aggressive approach here. Going for it on 4th down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Dropping back. It's Lagway. Quick throw to the left. Looks downfield. He connects with a wide-open wide receiver.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Here's the 2nd down play. On the ground, it's Daniels. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Well, the reality with any screen pass is they usually take a little bit of time to develop. And though they often can hit big, sometimes they take too long to cook up, and sometimes you can get sacked.
And the coverage team pens him in and brings him down. Here comes the USF offense back on the field now. Last possession, they were stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost them anything, and they put together something here.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Back to throw. It's Brown. Goes to his right side there for the completion. That gain is good enough for a 1st down. Ball spotted at the 42.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the 1st down in the process.
Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Inside the 45. That's a big gain across midfield all the way to the opponent's 35.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place. They gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket now. Going to try to use his legs here. Defense able to stop it. It's 4th down now.
Love to see quarterbacks try to keep a play alive. He gave it everything he had here. He came up short of the 1st down. Boy, he gave him a chance.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. 4th down. He's throwing for it. He's moving out of the pocket. He bought some time, now lets it go. And that falls incomplete as time runs out in the quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. He's found some room at the 45. It's a big gain across midfield down inside the 35.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Dropping back. It's Lagway. Looking for his back. Looks left and finds his target there. Who could not stop him? He's in. Touchdown, Florida. Now the try here for the extra point. The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. USF offense is back out there now. Defense got a big fourth down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quick completion to the tight end. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
They're going to run it. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You've got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
Trying to create outside the pocket now. That's caught. It's Simmons. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this first down on the 3rd down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And he'll wisely throw that one away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Nice job of this defense taking away the primary receiver, even the 2nd and 3rd option. But the quarterback's legs are the difference. They almost kept him short, but instead, he gets that first down.
On 1st down, it's play action. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. To throw, it's Brown. He's moving out of the pocket. It's caught. Did he get a foot in? Yeah. Catch, a big gain.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. Here comes a first down pass attempt. He stays alive. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete. Offense facing a third down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. They'll try to run it with the option. Pitch to the back. They've got him behind the line. The option doesn't work at all.
I tell you, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground. And by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Bringing it out, it's Hawkins. Tackled at the 23, brought it out, tried to make a play, but good coverage that time. And the Gators offense retakes the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Just a small gain, looking at 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Breaks loose at the 45. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Gators.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. No problem on the extra point, and the lead is 21-3 now. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's brought down just across the 25-yard line. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Off the play fake on first down. He's running out of time here. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Offense facing a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. It's Brown. Running back grabs it on a screen. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Looking for a deep completion. Fired into a tight window and picked off. Going the other way. Can they catch him? Crosses the 10. Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. And a pick 6, a monster play by this defense.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
Going after, not right through. Getting set to kick the ball off now. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Here comes the South Florida offense back on the field. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup at intermission, but in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. With the catch, it's McGowan. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Testing the defense with a throw downfield. The pass is dropped, incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. Early movement there will cost the offense 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Crucial third down play coming up. Dropping back, it's Brown. And he's taken down way behind the line. It'll be a huge loss here.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And the returner is brought down. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. Second down play now coming up.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
And he's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. Tipped and then drops. A chance to make a play, but instead it's third down.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground, but the next tip ball could be going the other way.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Stopped at the 43. This offense picks up another first down.
Most defensive coordinators focus a lot of their energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. They give up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, and they're in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Trying to extend the play. And it's intercepted. They get him down after a short return, but the interception gets the football back to the offense at the 36.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. Just time enough for one more play in the half. Looking to throw. It's Brown. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. On the run, going to heave it downfield. They can't come up with it there, and that's going to do it. Time runs out in the first half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Gators will kick this deep to begin the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulls offense back onto the field. First down, looking to throw the football. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield. The gain moves the ball past the 40, sets up another 1st and 10. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. On the move here, trying to hit a deep shot. And the pass caught inside the 15. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9. Offense racing down the field. It sets up a first and goal inside the 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Bringing pressure. He's got it near the end zone. A big hit by the linebacker. Physical tackle there, big versus big.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers.
And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida. That's a crucial response by this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the third quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
And the extra point was up and good. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. Tackled at the 23, brought it out, tried to make a play. Good coverage that time. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. He'll hand it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
This running back's had a big night, kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
The loss sets up a second and long from the 20. To the air, it's Lagway. Looking for his big tight end. Throws a fastball, but it's intercepted. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Well, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
Intercepted, picked off by the defense. He's got some room and some blockers here. Past the 40. Out past the 30. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
The pocket breaking down. He's going to take off. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Well, the defense does a great job here of pressuring the quarterback, but I got to give the quarterback a lot of credit. Instead of taking a negative play, he shows you his athletic ability and fights out and gets all the way back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's a solid game before the defense able to bring him down.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, of this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving his running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
It's a quarterback keeper. He's got a lane. Can he make the end zone? Touchdown, Gators. To stretch the lead, the route is on. PAT is good. They're pulling away 35-10. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the USF offense back on the field now. That costly red zone interception the last time out. Let's see if they can recover from that error. He's escaping the pocket now. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
First play of the drive, we're going to throw the football. Let's it fly out of the wideout. He's picked for a third time tonight. And he's got some open field ahead. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Scanning the field, it's Brown. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. There's a shot toward the end zone. Makes the catch. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls. Looked like a total bust there. Easy pitch and catch like you'd see in a Tuesday practice.
Yeah, that quarterback's eyes must have lit up on that play because you've got one of your players way downfield without any defender around him.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Florida offense retakes the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Come to the line for second down and very short now. He hands it off from the gun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Try and muscle for the first down. The ball is loose. Looks like the defense has it.
Oh, what a play by this defense. Trailing in the second half. Really, the only way you can get back into this game is create turnovers. Ball's on the ground, they pounce on it, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
The USF offense is back out there now. There's the handoff. Finding some room at the 25. Muscle out of bounds, close to the end zone.
That back was shot out of a gun. How quick did he accelerate to pick up those yards? Just an electric run. Somehow he's knocked out of bounds at just the 1-yard line. Boy, he deserved a touchdown there.
The Bulls will line up here on 1st down and goal. Defense expecting run. They'll stop him short of the goal line.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Needing a score badly, likely 4-down territory. Here comes 3rd and goal. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, USF. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the 4th quarter where the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. The Gators offense retakes the field. Last possession, they fumbled it away, and it set up a touchdown drive. And they bounce back from that right away. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
Back to pass. It's Lagway. Going for a big play downfield. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. Going the other way. Can they stop him? And he steps out at the 3. Couldn't quite make the end zone, but a great pick.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
A chance to get right back into this football game. It's first down and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Touchdown, South Florida. Trying to come all the way back. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
Now the try for 2. Grab behind the line. It's Simmons. He'll get in there for 2 points. Now the deficit, just a field goal. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. He'll toss it to the back. Crosses the 30. Comes out of bounds after another big gain on the ground. This running game has been strong today. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there, the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
Look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Looking to scramble. Trying to create here on the move. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? Not a long return, but the important thing that they wipes out a scoring threat. The offense will take over from the 29. Here comes the South Florida offense back on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. Not much on the return there, but a great interception. You get the offense the football in the 42.
Chris, 1, 2, 3 is bad enough, but 4 interceptions in one game, they have no chance of winning this game if they continue to throw the ball into coverage.
They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking downfield. It's Lagway. Catch made on the right side. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Well, the defense is locked in on this running back, and for good reason. He's already scored a couple of touchdowns. If I'm the offensive coordinator, give it to him one more time. Let him make it a hat trick.
Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Florida. That's another touchdown for this running back. They can't stop him. Dream performance in this playoff game.
Yeah, this is going to be a performance we're going to be talking about for a long time. I just love watching because he's doing it in so many different ways. We've seen speed. We've seen his physicality. He's breaking tackles. Boy, just an absolute dream scenario, as you said.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulls offense back onto the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. He's moving out of the pocket now. Looks like he's going to run it. He'll avoid this sack, but is brought down after a short gain. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. From the shotgun, drops back. Pulls it in. It's Wolf. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. And this possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a one-possession game.
First down here for this offense. Looking to pass. It's Brown. He's moving out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of it. Now it's second down here. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Trying to create outside the pocket now. The pass is caught. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
The Bulls are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Just throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point, move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is, and they do a good job of it right here.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. Looking to throw it again. He's moving out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again, somehow catches a break on this tip ball that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Needs a completion here on fourth down. He's got it, enough for a first down. They make the tackle, but he easily gets first down yardage, and the drive keeps going. The Bulls will come to the line to run the hurry-up.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and a receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
So second down after the incompletion. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can he keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure works. So on fourth down, it's an all-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here. And the field goal is good.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Florida offense retakes the field. Suddenly, this is a tighter game. We'd love to build a drive, choose some clock. How aggressive will they get with the play call? Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there. Second down after that run on the previous play. Handoff as they try to work the clock here. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
Boy, this guy just keeps playing good football. He's like a bowling ball out there. Gets low pad support, running over top of defenders. Just a gritty runner, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And here's the handoff. He's found some room at the 45. Rips off a big gain all the way to the plus 43-yard line.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Ball handed off. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Scanning the field. It's Lagway. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Using his legs here. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, how many times do we see this late in a fourth quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space and lanes. And he takes off and picks up a first down.
Here comes a handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Here's the option play. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. Getting set. Here's second down. They'll run the option. Pitches to the back. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Gets made on the out route.
Heck of a job here by the defense on this third down to keep them short of the first down. Now it's fourth down, and an interesting decision for this offense. With the lead, do they punt the ball away, or do they go for it?
Fourth down now. Time for perhaps one more play before we hit the 2-minute warning. It's an option look. The back's got it on the pitch. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. So on fourth down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. He missed it. Field goal, no good. And after the miss, it's still a 7-point lead.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Looking to pass. It's Brown. And here's a deep throw with the clock winding down. Caught right near the sideline for a big gain. Heads out of bounds after running for the 1st down to keep his scoring threat alive. Serious pressure now for the defense. The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the 1st down, but tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
The Bulls are going to take advantage of this red zone trip. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Bond. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation.
And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and